Welcome back to East and West Shared Stories, where we explore the fascinating crossroads of global culture. I'm here to share a story that might completely change how you think about your next meal. Have you ever wondered why Americans seem to always eat in a rush, while the Japanese treat every meal like a quiet ritual? Today, we're diving deep into the surprising clash between American speed culture and Japanese Zen, and uncovering why fast food keeps winning over mindful eating in our modern world. But here's the twist. The answer isn't what you think it is. So why is fast food winning globally? It's simple. Modern life rewards speed over mindfulness. In New York, London, or Sao Paulo, time equals money. Fast food chains have mastered the art of convenience. McDonald's serves 69 million customers daily across 100 countries. Their success isn't just about taste, it's about predictability and speed. But here's the irony. Even in Japan, fast food is gaining ground. KKFC is now a Christmas tradition in Japan, and convenience stores sell millions of quick meals daily. Young Japanese professionals, influenced by global work culture, are abandoning traditional eating habits. Tokyo now has more 24-hour restaurants than any other city in Asia. However, some American companies are fighting back with slow food movements. Chipotle built their brand on food with integrity. Sweetgreen promotes mindful eating. These companies prove that Americans are hungry for something more meaningful than just fast calories. Let me share two stories that perfectly capture this cultural divide. Last year, I met Jennifer, an American teacher who moved to rural Japan. She told me, "My first week, I tried to eat lunch in 10 minutes like back home. My Japanese colleagues looked horrified. They gently explained that rushing through meals shows disrespect to the food and the people who prepared it. It took me 3 months to slow down, but now I can't imagine eating any other way." On the flip side, Kenji, a Japanese businessman working in Silicon Valley, shared his culture shock. Americans eat while walking, driving, even during meetings. At first, I thought it was rude, but I realized it's not disrespect. It's survival in a system that demands constant productivity. I learned to adapt, but I still take one mindful meal per day to stay connected to my roots. These stories show that culture isn't destiny, it's choice. Picture this. It's 12:30 p.m. in Manhattan. Sarah, a marketing executive, has exactly 20 minutes for lunch. She rushes to the nearest fast food chain, orders using her phone app while walking, and eats a burger while checking emails and walking back to her office. She barely tastes the food. It's just fuel for her busy day. Now let's travel 6,800 miles to Kyoto, Japan. Hiroshi, also a marketing professional, sits with his colleagues in their office break room. They've prepared simple bento boxes from home. For the next 45 minutes, they eat slowly, chat quietly about their families, and actually taste every bite. They bow slightly before eating, expressing gratitude for their meal. Same job, same industry, completely different worlds. Why are these two cultures so radically different when it comes to something as basic as eating? And what does this reveal about the hidden forces shaping how we all live? To understand this cultural divide, we need to go back in time. American fast food culture didn't happen overnight. It was born from necessity, innovation, and the American dream itself. After World War II, America was booming. Suburbs were expanding rapidly, cars became affordable for middle-class families, and women entered the workforce in record numbers. Traditional family meal structures were breaking down. Families needed quick solutions for feeding everyone. In 1940, the McDonald brothers revolutionized food service with their Speedy system, 15-second hamburgers that changed everything. This wasn't just about food, it was about the American values of efficiency, progress, and doing more with less time. The drive-thru, invented in 1947, became the perfect symbol of American culture. Get what you want, get it fast, and don't waste a precious second. Americans invented TV dinners in 1953, energy bars for eating while exercising, and breakfast sandwiches designed to be eaten with one hand while commuting. Meanwhile, Japan was rebuilding from the war with a completely different philosophy. Rooted in centuries of Buddhist and Zen traditions, Japanese culture had always viewed eating as a spiritual practice, not just a biological necessity. The tea ceremony, dating back to the 9th century, taught that how you consume something is as important as what you consume. Even during Japan's rapid modernization in the 1960s and 70s, these deep cultural values remained strong. The concept of ichigo ichie, one time, one meeting, meant that every meal was a unique, unrepeatable moment to be savored and respected. Let's dig deeper into American speed culture and why it dominates globally. In the United States, time literally equals money. The average American spends just 67 minutes per day eating and drinking. That's including all meals and snacks combined. Compare that to the French at 135 minutes, or Italians at 114 minutes. We've turned eating into a task to be completed rather than an experience to be enjoyed. This obsession with speed has created an entire multi-billion-dollar industry. Drive-thrus now account for 70% of fast food sales in America. We have breakfast bars you can eat in your car, lunch meetings where food is secondary to business, and dinner often happens in front of the TV while watching Netflix. The microwave, invented in 1947, became a symbol of American efficiency. Why wait 30 minutes to cook when you can heat something in 3 minutes? But here's what's fascinating. This speed culture reflects deeper American values that are now spreading worldwide. Independence, self-reliance, and the relentless pursuit of productivity. Americans often eat alone. 46% of all meals are consumed solo. We see this as freedom, the ability to eat what we want, when we want, without being tied down by social obligations or lengthy rituals. This individualistic approach to eating mirrors our individualistic approach to life itself. Now let's explore the Japanese approach, which represents something entirely different. In Japan, meals are still largely communal events that strengthen social bonds. The average Japanese person spends 117 minutes per day eating, almost double the American time. But it's not just about duration, it's about intention, mindfulness, and respect. The Japanese concept of hara hachibu teaches people to eat until they're 80% full, promoting both health and mindfulness. This isn't a diet, it's a philosophy that recognizes the difference between satisfaction and excess. Every traditional Japanese meal follows principles of balance. Not just nutritional balance, but visual and spiritual balance too. The traditional Japanese meal includes 5 colors, 5 cooking methods, and 5 flavors. This isn't just about nutrition, it's about creating harmony and beauty in everyday life. Japanese schools still teach kyushoku, school lunch programs where children serve each other, clean up together, and learn that meals are community experiences that build character and social responsibility. Even in modern Tokyo, many office workers take proper lunch breaks, often eating together in small groups, putting away their phones and focusing on the food and conversation. The bento box perfectly represents this philosophy. Each compartment is carefully arranged, colors are balanced, and even the simplest ingredients are presented with care. It's not just lunch. It's edible art that reflects respect for food, for the person who prepared it, and for the person eating it. Here's where science backs up these cultural differences with hard data. Studies show that eating slowly helps with digestion, reduces overeating, and increases meal satisfaction. When you eat quickly, your brain doesn't have time to register fullness signals, which take about 20 minutes to kick in. This is why Americans, despite eating larger portions, often feel less satisfied than Japanese people eating smaller portions. The stress hormone cortisol spikes when we eat in a rushed state. Chronic elevated cortisol leads to weight gain, particularly around the midsection, and increases the risk of diabetes and heart disease. Japanese people have significantly lower rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease compared to Americans, and their eating habits play a major role. Americans seem to always eat in a rush, while the Japanese treat every meal like a quiet ritual. Today, we're diving into the surprising clash between American speed culture and Japanese Zen, and uncovering why fast food keeps winning over mindful eating in our modern world. Imagine this. It's noon in New York City. People pour out of office buildings, dart into fast food joints, order in seconds, and eat on the move, sometimes barely stopping to chew. Now, picture lunchtime in Kyoto. A group sits together, quietly enjoying a simple meal, each bite taken with intention and gratitude. Why are these two cultures so different? And what does it reveal about the way we all live? Let's start in America. In the United States, speed is everything. Drive-thrus, microwavable dinners, coffee to go, the faster the better. The American dream is all about productivity and efficiency. Do more, do it faster, and don't waste a second. This mindset spills over into eating habits. Meals are often large, quick, and eaten outside the home. Fast food isn't just convenient, it's a symbol of the fast-paced, action-driven American lifestyle. But in Japan, it's a completely different story. Influenced by Zen philosophy, Japanese culture values mindfulness, simplicity, and harmony. Eating is not just about filling your stomach. It's a meaningful ritual. Meals are usually smaller, beautifully balanced, and often prepared at home. The Japanese tradition of ichiju sansai, one soup, three sides, shows a focus on variety and nutrition. Even the art of making a bento box reflects care and attention to detail. So, why does fast food beat mindful eating in today's world? It comes down to the pressures of modern life. As cities get bigger and schedules get crazier, people everywhere crave convenience. Fast food fits perfectly into the American obsession with speed. Meanwhile, mindful eating takes time, patience, and a slower pace, luxuries many people feel they can't afford. But here's the twist. While fast food may win in popularity, studies show that the Japanese approach leads to better health and longer lives. Japan has one of the highest life expectancies in the world, thanks in part to mindful eating and balanced diets. Let me share a quick story. A Japanese friend once visited Los Angeles and was amazed at how quickly people ate, sometimes even while driving. She said, "In Japan, we believe how you eat is as important as what you eat. Eating fast means missing out on the joy of food and the company of others." Her words made me pause and rethink my own habits. So, what can we learn from this cultural clash? Maybe it's time to slow down, even just a little. Next time you eat, try to savor each bite, appreciate the flavors, and enjoy the moment. Life isn't just about moving fast, it's about finding balance. Research from Harvard Medical School found that people who eat mindfully consume 300 fewer calories per meal on average, not because they're restricting themselves, but because they're actually paying attention to their body's signals. The Japanese practice of eating until 8% full naturally creates this caloric awareness. But here's the most surprising finding. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Health Psychology discovered that people who ate the same meal in a calm environment versus a stressful environment absorbed nutrients differently. The stressed eaters had 23% lower absorption of key vitamins and minerals. Their bodies were literally rejecting the nutrition because of how they were eating, not what they were eating. Dr. Susan Albers from the Cleveland Clinic found that mindful eaters had 40% better digestion and reported feeling energized for 3 to 4 hours after meals, while speed eaters experienced energy crashes within 90 minutes. The Japanese tradition of saying itadakimasu before eating isn't just politeness. It's a neurological reset that prepares the digestive system for optimal function. So if the science clearly favors the Japanese approach, why does American fast food culture keep winning globally? The answer lies in something deeper than just convenience or taste. I would invite you to come back to my channel to get more acknowledgement about the West and East difference culture. Thanks for joining me on this journey between East and West. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do people eat in your country? Are you Team Speed or Team Zen? Let's keep the conversation going.